morning, champions. Happy Wednesday morning, coming to you live from the 5 a.m. club, where we get up early and we conquer our morning to own our day. Hope everybody is doing well this morning, and I hope as you get up this morning, you've got some positive momentum going from Monday and Tuesday, right? Momentum is one of the most powerful forces, right? The expression, an object in motion stays in motion. So if you've got that momentum, if you've got that talk time Monday, Tuesday, then obviously the AP and the results are either there or they're going to be there. And sometimes Wednesday can become, I don't know if it's just because of the marketing and stuff, of hump day, and things like that. But it's a reminder, as I've been doing this week, to all my folks who are coming to Nizook, that the last thing we want to think about is hump day, right? Because you're either arriving in Nizook Saturday or you're arriving there Sunday. And so therefore, you want to ideally double your effort to finish this week, because you want to make sure that the statement and the check that you get while in Nizook next week is what it needs to be, right? You're trying to cover, many of us are trying to cover bills for 2 weeks. And so the effort this week has got to double in order to give you the AP results for 2 weeks. So many of you all need to start thinking that way, right? If your normal weekly goal is 5,000 AP, then you need to make that goal 10,000 AP. And if you're not coming to Nizook, then it's either that you're brand new, so that kind of thought process needs to be there, or you're not brand new, but you didn't qualify. So we still need to increase, activity or talent in order to get us to the results that we want to get to. And especially for the brand new folks watching this, right? If you've attended any of my introductory calls, I always talk about the franchise model, right? And SLS specifically very much models like a franchise where everything's provided, you just got to plug in. And the example I use is if Chick-fil-A were to call me and say, James, you can open a Chick-fil-A, they're going to provide everything. They're going to provide the sourcing for the chicken and the buns and the fries and the sauces, and they're going to tell me who to hire and what schedule to run and all that stuff. But Chick-fil-A is open Monday through Saturday, and so me as a franchisee would need to be open Monday through Saturday. And when I first started at that Chick-fil-A, they would expect that I was there all Monday through Saturday in order to learn the business, in order to learn the flow, in order to do all that stuff. And I tell you that, and I tell new people that in that introductory call, because if you're watching this video now and you're in your first 90 days, 6 months, first year, and you are not working this like as if you were just starting that Chick-fil-A, if you're not giving this 110% effort and attention and energy and focus and really should be working Monday through Saturday. Why? Because you're building that business. And again, it's not something that you're going to do for the rest of your life. It's something that you need to do short term at a very high intensity until you get to that place that you see a lot of these vets that we highlight on a weekly basis get to. But that requires building up a strong pipeline, a strong book of business, referrals and existing clients and appointments and all of these things. And once you can become even better at that, but you've got to hone your craft, you've got to improve your skills, you've got to be confident enough in your objections, you've got to get to the place where you are closing at least 1 in 4 live transfers. If you answer 4 live transfers a day, right, and you're not making 5 live transfer sales per week, then there's a massive talent improvement that needs to happen there, and you need to be listening to those recordings and seeing why you do that. If you're at 1 in 10, you need to get to 1 in 4, right? And so it takes mass activity front loaded in your career in order to build a sustainable career and the lifestyle that you want. And too often, even though people say they're willing to do it, they aren't. And so I'm just resharing that this morning as that motivation prior to us going to Nizook for all the new people that are here, or all the people that aren't qualified for Nizuk, ask yourself why. What could I have done differently last year, and am I doing it this year? So that's my words of wisdom for you this morning. Hope it helps some of you all. Hope it gets you motivated. Hope it gets you up. Hope you're going to be on the national call. Be there on time. When I start talking, I hate when there's people there not on time. Just get there on time. It helps build that consistency, that routine, and that accountability, and that professionalism. Be there. Let's have a fantastic Wednesday. Let's finish this week strong, and that begins with the activity today. Get your 5 hours, get your AP, no excuses, no results count. See you guys soon. I'm out. Woo!